Hello, everybody. It's Modesta again for Purpose and Excellence. You know what? I know what it's like at the beginning of the year. We're so psyched. We're so ready for what it is we want to do. But when things go quiet and we don't have an accountability partner, momentum goes down. So this is our gaining momentum video. I'll do some of these in the middle of the week out of nowhere. I'll come up with something, but it'll always be worth your while to listen to and to watch. So today, I really just want to say thank you so very much for the positive reception. We've been around for over a year, but ever since I started this idea of the Facebook Live videos and the Facebook Live coaching, we've been getting so much positive and encouraging feedback, both on the video and people who are texting, messaging, emailing. We're so very grateful. So today, I'd like to share the 5 ways in which you can stay connected with purpose and excellence. Not just get connected with purpose, but get connected for your executing your purpose with excellence. So the first thing, of course, is the Facebook Live sessions that we're starting. So those are every single Monday, 1 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time and 9 p.m. East African Time. And what to expect from these sessions? We'll be looking at career, leadership, entrepreneurship. How do we build people up so that they can hack into their sphere of influence? Our hearts is to make sure that we can equip leaders to become people who are purpose-driven, value-based, servant in heart, who will drive results with entrepreneurial excellence. We want to equip you to get into strategic positions of leadership, decision-making, and impact. And so the first thing is whatever real challenges people are facing in career. And so whether you are getting into a career, whether you're transitioning to something different, whether you want to change your work arrangement to maybe have a little more work-life balance, maybe you want to straddle to a world, I spoke about that before, where you want to do a little bit of entrepreneurship and you want to continue with your job, or you want to see how you can phase yourself out. Or maybe you're already enjoying your golden years and you're thinking, I still have something to share. So we can look at all these areas of career and how to really make sure that you can package yourself for impact. And of course, we're also looking at entrepreneurship. For those who are doing business, people thinking of starting, looking at partnerships. Should I partner with somebody? Is it something that I should execute? We already touched on a little bit in our introductory video. Is it something for me to execute? Is it an idea to sell to somebody else? Can I get plugged into something somebody else is already doing? Can I be somewhere on the value chain of something bigger than myself? These are some of the things we'll discuss, as well as, of course, how do you get funding, networking to get your business out there, how to distinguish it from all the rest. These are some of the areas that we'll be looking at, real issues we're talking about. Connected to the Monday Facebook Live coaching sessions is the community. I'm so excited about the community. We just started the community. By the way, this word excited, you'll hear me say it almost every day. I get excited when I say excited. I love being excited. And I'm excited about this Purpose and Excellence community. The reason why it exists apart from the page is so that during the week, other than when we're meeting together on the Facebook Live, you can meet peers, other people, other leaders who are moving and shaking things in their spheres, where what you're going through could be something somebody else went through and they went through it, in that they succeeded in that area, and so they can give you strategies on how to do the same. Or it could be that several of you are going through a similar issue. Maybe you're in a similar geographic area or a similar field, and you will get into partnerships. So this is your platform. The Purpose and Excellence community actually is open to anybody who is interested in walking out their purpose with excellence in community. People who are interested in having accountability partners, looking at actually potentially business partners, really coming out and sharing what is really deep down. I noticed that one of our colleagues, Khalila Boy, wrote down some of her challenges as an entrepreneur, some of the things that she's been thinking about doing, some of the questions that she had people ask her, and she kind of went blank. You know, as an entrepreneur, this is the space to be vulnerable, to be real, to share generously, and to receive feedback and to grow together. So that's the second way in which we can connect, both with Purpose and Excellence and connect to each other on this continent. Remember, we're aiming for 100 million African leaders living lives of purpose, living lives of values, living lives of impact. And so please, Whoever you know that is like-minded, whoever you know that wants to happen to their sphere of influence, whoever you know who's so sick and tired of being sick and tired of maybe just being caught in a rut, or the African continent not being respected, for crying out loud. This is a platform for us to get together and do something about the challenges we're saying, I wish somebody would, or if only I was in a position to. The third way in which to connect is the website, purposeandexcellence.org. We have articles. We're starting a devotional for anybody who wants to have that quick 5-minute, okay, a story that motivates me, that gets me pumped and ready for the day or for the night. But also, you know, the word of God that was really relevant to my world, to my situation, to our 21st century concerns. We're starting a devotional on purpose and excellence. We have resources. I posted the first one on discovering purpose on the Purpose and Excellence community. Please go in, check it out. Also go to purposeandexcellence.org and you can download resources as well. We've got videos, all our YouTube Purpose and Excellence YouTube videos are also on the website. Connect with us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all things Purpose and Excellence. Another way to connect is coaching. I do one-on-one coaching. I've been doing it for years now. I mentor and coach amazing leaders that I truly believe will be distinguished in Africa. So what do I do? We have these, because we do it remotely, we're keeping Purpose and Excellence as online platforms. What we do is that I'll be talking to you on the phone. You will come to me whether you're just starting something out or you're stuck somewhere, you're wondering how to go to the next level, maybe asking about partnerships, or maybe life is happening to you. Maybe it's not just you and your career or you and your business, but because you live with a family, because you are in community, because there is the extended family. Yes, Africans, we are very dedicated to our families. So because you live in community, life around you can happen to you. Life around you can impact your business, can impact your dreams and your aspirations, can impact your career. I, for one, have had to change and adjust to suit my husband and children. I have had to manage my dreams and aspirations and all that I want to do, either tweak the time or the actual project or program that I want to do, or sometimes even finances, to look at what is in the best interest of the family. So for those who have to make decisions with family in mind, with community in mind, with aging parents in mind, and if you're the aging parent and you have younger kids, or maybe not even so young kids, but you still have responsibilities over family members, how do we pursue our purpose with excellence in the context of real life concerns? Health, a sudden expense that has just turned things topsy-turvy. All of these things are things that we were going to look at. And so I'll listen to you. It's not cookie cutter, okay, coaching, they listen and then they prescribe and then you go do it and then, you do these meetups. No, seriously, I sincerely will listen to you. Not just to hear about the career, the entrepreneurship, the leadership challenges, but to truly listen to a human being who's looking to pursue their purpose with excellence, but lives in community and has to consider all these people and all these other concerns around them. And then we will agree on something that makes sense to you. It has to be relevant. It has to be realistic. It has to be something that comes from the heart that you would commit to, even if I didn't exist to hold you accountable. And then, of course, after that, we'll strategize on, okay, so this is, this is a course of action we're meant to take. Maybe this is our priority. There's something else we'll do after. How do we keep a pace? How do we keep the momentum going, the energy going? And how do we actually reach our milestones? And so you and I know it is your life and your journey, but I'm walking alongside you. Not necessarily to whip you, although I do whip, people will testify, but really to support you, to empower you, to be that other voice when a voice is saying, you can't do this right now. It's like, you can. But you wanted to do this by March. Maybe you might have to adjust to do this. Okay, so the finances are looking like this. We'll have this real life conversation. You will find me to be your sounding board for what you want to accomplish. And we will eventually get there together. And then, of course, we schedule when to meet up. We schedule when to have these touch base meetup sessions where we review what we said we want to do, where we've had to tweak a little, how it's working out now, and how to get us to reach our next milestone, as soon as possible or as easy as possible. But the other thing that has really come to my mind lately is we want a lot of victory in life, but victory doesn't come without a fight. There's actually going to be an article I'll write about that. And so let's look at what is worth fighting, what is something to walk away from, what is something to tweak, what is something to just be at peace with and release so that we can be the best people that we can be. Another way of connecting, and this one now, this is really going to make a difference to anybody who joins the Purposeful Excellence community on Facebook, is that we will have coaches. And so I've got Toyin Oladiran. She is with The Narrow Gateway. And I told you can reach her on thenarrowgateway@gmail.com. And you can go to thenarrowgateway.com to see her work. She's a life coach, and she's got this phenomenal program called the Boom Walk, and it's Bow Out Old Man. Old man in the Bible is whatever issues that you have had that came from your sinful nature that keeps sabotaging you. So I have a couple. We will share as we go on. But whatever things you keep on doing that you may set your goals on the 1st of January, come 31st of December, it got me again. Like I did it again. I procrastinated again. I used money unwisely again. I let them get to me in my head again. I compromise or whatever it is that you feel like, if I don't get this sorted out and I don't get someone external from me to assist me with this walk, I'm not going to make it. And so this is her role. And then we've got somebody who I'm so excited has agreed to join us. Coletta Mzava is going to come in as our personal finance coach. So Coletta has been whipping me for a couple of years now on personal finance. And she gave me an ultimatum last year. At the end of last year, she said, Modesta, if you do not get your life together, I'm going to have to unfriend you. And she's not talking about social media. She's talking about life. She says, there is no way that you're doing life with me, and this is one area that you're not getting right. By the way, that is one area that has been quite a challenge for me. And so it's something that I'm growing into. Thank you to Dave Ramsey and Financial Peace University and all these other tools that I am using to get it together. But Coletta is phenomenal. And so it's, if it's the first time you're thinking, what is personal finance? She is so adamant about getting our minds right, our attitude, our perception of money right. And so, the mindset of wealth and the mindset of stewardship, that I've got these resources that I am stewarding to move things around. They're a means to an end, and I have to use them well. And of course, planning, financial planning, holding you accountable, the different areas that you can invest in and how to work with credit. You're going to love having Coletta as a personal finance coach. And then we've got Muhando Muguni. I mentioned that. Oh, he's a man for you for marketing and social media presence and positioning. Did I say he's a man for you? No, he's a man for me, but he will help you in these areas. This is my little joke. I like saying that. And then the last way to connect with us is through our social media. The reason why I'm saying this is maybe people may not want to join the Purposeful Excellence community where we're having discussions on the different topics of the week, etc., and how really doing life together. But people may see a post and ask a question. We want to get as many people. Remember, it's a free platform. As many people as want to really do well and make a difference in their career, in leadership, in entrepreneurship, we want to get the news out there. And social media is probably the easiest way. People will share, people will post, people will spread the word. And so this is really powerful for us. It could be a little 140 character snippet of advice, and that makes all the difference for about 10,000 people's lives. So those are the 5 ways of connecting with purpose and excellence. The Mondays live coaching, and that is 1 p.m. U.S. Eastern and 9 p.m. East African time. Come in. You want to grow yourself as a leader in your career, in entrepreneurship, in business, and even just making impact, whether it be in ministry or something else you're doing in the community. But how do you lead self? How do you become self-aware? How do you work with your strengths and your weaknesses to lead self and be able to lead people? When we start leadership topics, there's so much to share. People are not machines. People are not just assets. People are people with feelings, with thoughts that are different from yours. How do you get somebody to willingly acquiesce or willingly join you, willingly buy into your vision, willingly even submit to what you're asking them to do? And they're in their right minds. They're very competent. By the way, I mentor leader of leaders, not leaders of minions, little followers. No, these are leaders leading other leaders. So how do you get that done when everybody knows? Sometimes people tell you the Holy Spirit hasn't convicted me about that, and you're saying I should do that. Somebody else will say, well, in my sphere of influence. So how do you stand with leaders? That's one area. And then the community. Community means you hear a voice other than Modestus. Wouldn't that be nice? That would be nice. You hear other people who are more qualified for me, people who are exposed than me, people who have greater experience and depth, people who've scaled heights, people who've gone into valleys and depths. We will do life together where we're encouraging each other, we're giving each other strategies, we're sharing resources, we're building up a database of resources at purposeandexcellence.org. Share others that you have, and of course, please attribute contribution and source, but share the resources you have. We are taking Africa by storm. It is time that African economies were fueled by purpose-driven, value-based servant leaders who drive results with entrepreneurial excellence. It is time that this continent stands and doesn't talk about its potential, doesn't talk about its resources, but truly lives out the potential that God has put on that continent. He didn't just put all that in Africa just. No, we're not cursed. We are blessed. But you know what? Just like saying, oh, I have faith and God will do. Or just like saying, I just wish we would get it together. It's not about the leaders in power. It's not about people who are in government. It's about every single person saying, I will stand and be counted. I'm a person. I will do something about this. And so this is a community. Then you've got me on the one-on-one coaching. Email me on purposeandexcellence@gmail.com, and we can talk about what I do with my one-on-one coaching. I'll tell you right now the price. I used to consult for $300 an hour. I've taken that down. It's not $200, it's not $100, it's $50 per session. So it's $199 if you're going to pay for 4 sessions up front, and there is so much that comes with it apart from the speaking, the talking time on the phone. And so, contact me and I'll give you the details on the one-on-one coaching. And at some point, I'll also post that. I don't want to inundate your inbox and your posts with too much information, but I'll give you more about that. And then, of course, the other coaches. We're actually going to build a database of coaches. We've got Toyin Oladiran, we've got Coletta Mzaba, we've got Mhando Muguni, and we'll continue getting more and more people that can truly do life with you. People who can say, get off of it. This is not new. It's happened to other people. People who say, you know what? That is not such a great hurdle. You think that's that? Let me show you another angle of looking at this area. We're going to do that today, people. 100 million African leaders. Purpose and Excellence 2018. Let's go. Of course, I also said we're going to meet on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Keep sharing what we're doing. Go to the YouTube videos. So easy. Click share. Take it to somebody. The resources we have on purposeandexcellence.org. Download, share, send a link. Let's get everybody in on this. What's in it for me? I'm pursuing my purpose. What's my purpose? God asked me to make sure that I can work, equip, empower leaders. People who are servant in spirit, people who are value-based, people who say, I'm not going to wait on someone. I am here, the right person, at such a time as this to happen to my world. I'm not going to give an excuse as to why history happened the way it was. I'm going to say this is my share in history. When my children ask, my grandchildren ask, when the script is read about the times that we lived in, what I've done on the African continent will come out as something positive. I'm not going to let things happen. I will happen to things. And the world will be forever transformed because I existed. This is what God has asked me to do, and this is what I am empowering you to do. I'm a vehicle. I'm a weapon. I have been brought at such a time as this for you. There are things that God is doing for me and for my family, and they will benefit me just, you know, I didn't want to say selfishly, but, you know, benefit me personally. But my primary goal and my primary purpose, and the reason why I exist and I'm putting myself out there like this, is to empower you to get into strategic positions of influence, of decision-making over what happens in your home, in your career, in your business, in your community, in your nation, in our continent, to the glory of our God. Habakkuk 2:14 says, the knowledge of the glory of God will fill the earth like the waters fill the seas. The last post that I have on purposeandexcellence.org says, when God's word doesn't work. Many a times we're living life and we are not living victoriously. But we will not admit to it, you know, just in case, I don't know, you know, he hails down, you know, fire and we're consumed. The truth is, we need to ask, if you're God, if you're God and you're not a man and you don't lie and your promise is a yes and amen and everything you say you will do because your word will never pass away, why am I not experiencing the victory that you say in your word? And I am doing the things that you're telling me, or at least I think I am. What is not happening? It is so important for us to ask, what am I not doing right? You are God. You say you own everything. Everything is yours. You say you have health unfathomed. But why are we so defeated and we're your ambassadors? It's about time that Africa turns to God. And Africa shows God, not just the God of, I pray, I hope, and we can sing and we can fall out, and casting demons is also important and it is good. But you know what? It is about time we start influencing decisions all over the world. It is time we start being called on for our input in different areas. It is time that the wealth that we have hidden underneath is wealth that will be manifested and invested to truly bring not just economic development, but human development as well. It is time for Africa, and it is time for God in Africa, but not the way we've known him. We need to see a God who shows us unprecedented wealth, unprecedented health, unprecedented good leadership and governance. This is why I exist, and this is what the Purpose and Excellence platforms are here to do. So until next time we speak, I know I've kind of